In the dim light stealing between thick curtains, Meg Jennings slipped quietly out of bed. The black Labrador, curled in a nest of thick blankets beside the bed, raised his head, then stood and patted after her as she left the bedroom. Meg paused for a moment, her hand on the bedroom door jamb, as she looked over her shoulder. Todd Webb, her husband of only a week, lay on his back, the light sheet bunched around his naked hips, and one arm thrown over his head. Even in the scant illumination, his short, dark hair was tousled, and stubble shaded his jaw. A smile curved Meg's lips. It was good to see him so relaxed. Too often, their life carried too many stresses. The week on Lanai had been good for them. They both worked intense jobs. Todd as a firefighter/paramedic with DC Fire and Emergency Medical Services, and Meg as a canine handler with the FBI's Forensic Canine Unit, specifically the Human Scent Evidence Team. Immediately preceding the wedding, Meg had come off a dangerous deployment in Colorado, tracking a downed hijacked aircraft and the man responsible. The mission had been so treacherous, she'd nearly lost her partner, Brian Foster, to an avalanche. Thankfully, the mountain rescue Aspen team Meg and Brian had paired with, as well as Brian's own German Shepherd Lacey, had worked in concert to find and rescue Brian. They'd then successfully tracked the hijacker, though in the end, Meg had been responsible for firing the shot that finally incapacitated him. All had ended well, though, with the suspect injured, not killed, and taken into custody, and with Meg and Brian home in time to take their roles as bride and officiant at Meg and Todd's wedding ceremony. But there had been moments near the top of 14,029-foot Pyramid Peak when Meg hadn't been sure she'd make it back in time, or possibly even survive the excursion. Brian was the only member of the team who knew about Meg's fear of heights. Not even their direct supervisor, Special Agent in Charge Craig Beaumont, was aware, and while he'd done his best to support her, it had been an utterly nerve-rattling experience.